we don't realize that we are not gaining anything at all by being in that state. It's not producing results, it's not delivering any results, that state of neurosis. What it does, it perpetuates suffering, because what happens in life will happen anyway. Just like in the movie, when you are in a movie theater, things will show, different images will show up on the screen. And that's what life is. And don't think for a moment that you can do anything in life. If you look closer, you are not the actor, you are not the performer in life. Everything, it's like you have no free will at all. And that's already known. To just listen to Robert Sapolsky or Sam Harris, and the scientists already completely realize that we have no choice and no free will. But we have choice, deeper choice, to realize that we have no choice. And then suddenly that movie gets altered for us completely.
And that's where the science stops.
Yeah.
That's what they don't see that part of it. They see that we have no choice, but they don't see that our true choice
in being the observer
is being the observer,
in the witness, to witness what's true, to acknowledge what's true, what's self-evident, what's experiential. It's not something I'm saying I'm trying to convince or saying to build some theory. It's just my experience. I'm sharing my experience of being alive. That experience of being alive is just fantastic and precious. It's not that I don't have problems, but those problems are so minuscule. It doesn't matter how big they are on human scale, because I'm not living on human scale. I checked out of the human scale so that everyone else can do the same. Just stand in front of the mirror, start with that, and acknowledge what's true. You are not dead. That's all I have to say. And
that's quite amazing, though. That could be the difference between living your absolute fantastic life, no matter what your circumstances, versus, being a victim to one extent or another, because we all are victims to one extent or another, physically or just merely psychologically. And what you said could save people from even wanting to jump off the cliff.
Paradise is few inches from us. Paradise, fullness of life, is right next to us. And the entrance into that place is only through acknowledgement for what's true. Not to doing anything, not through any kind of effort. It's just the way we are trained, we are resisting. We feel like feels like jumping off the cliff, just to admit that, well, that body in the mirror is not me. So, just admit it. It's not you. You know it. Admit it, realize it, and suddenly the gates open up into different reality. And that reality is so much more vibrant and alive and real. So everyone deserves that, because right now, how many people are under tremendous pressure? All the wars which we see, all violence in the world, I mean, we all, it's just like a, I don't know, it's a, it's, we are taking it for a fact, like this is how it is, but it's not, shouldn't be at all. I mean, the peace is so available just through acknowledgement what's true, and peace is right there, and all violence
You're
will
talking about
subside.
world peace and individual personal
Yeah,
peace.
personal, through personal, individual peace, then there's a peace in family. In peace in family, there's peace in society, right?
Right.
Then the peace, that there's a global peace. There's the madness of war, right? Is continuation of the insanity of every individual's mind, and that insanity is not realizing we are taking ourselves to be who we are taking ourselves to be is not who we are. We are taking ourselves to be an object, right? We're making ourselves into object.
Opposing to other objects.
Yeah, exactly, yes. And there's a clash of objects. Not, if we are people, if I'm a person and you are a person, and we look into each other's eyes and we interact as persons, right? Not even as our identities. That's not a person. The person is life itself. Not like my convictions, biases, my prejudices, my preferences. You have yours, I have mine. That's already built up. That's also already a form. That's also something which is a form that subsides, that moves. It's not real. It's not real. It's not permanent. That's impermanent. Our identities are impermanent. Changes. Your identity at 5 years old, 10 years old, was completely different from your identity today. But your experience of being alive is the same. So let's go back, and that's what the personality is. Every child has a personality already, full personality. What's going on when we are growing up is diminishment of that personality, diminishment of vitality, diminishment of life. Right? So let's come back. Let's come back. Let's come back to that place of wholeness, of life itself.